What's going on, guys? Truth Awakes here. I'm reporting about the situation where two women subjected to full body cavity search on Texas highway. This is brought to me by www.news1.com, June 2nd, and this was posted by the News One staff. I'm going to play some of the video for you. Well, actually, I'm going to go on and read the article, then play some clips of the actual video. Two women are suing the Texas Department of Public Safety after being subjected to full cavity searches on the side of a state highway by Texas troopers, a measure their attorney says was humiliating and illegal. The incident occurred in 2012 as Alexandria Randall and Brandy Hamilton were returning from the beach on Memorial Day. They were stopped for speeding, and the officer reportedly claimed that he smelled marijuana in the car. He ordered them to step out of the vehicle. One of the women, still in a bathing suit, asked to put on a dress, but was told, "No, don't worry about it." The Root reports, the male trooper did find a small amount of marijuana in the car, according to HLN, and decided to call in a female officer to conduct a full body search on the woman. If you hid something in there, we were going to find it, the female officer could be heard saying in the video. You are going to go up my private parts? One of the women could be heard asking in disbelief in the video. Yes, ma'am, the officer responded matter-of-factly. Randall claims that since the officer did not have gloves of her own, she had to borrow a glove from another officer and did not change it between the searches, something Randall called very unsanitary and just really hurtful. No additional drugs were found in search. It was extremely humiliating, especially with my entire family, including my 8-year-old nieces and nephew in the back of the car. They saw all this happening as well as everybody on the side of the road. Randall told HLN, "I have a whole different feeling when I see police officers now. It's a very touchy thing dealing with them." The attorney for one of the women told HLN that officers are not even allowed to conduct cavity searches at the jail. It's alarming to me. I actually cannot believe that they actually did it. For what is worth, the male officer who initiated the incident was fired after. The female officer, however, was merely placed on a 60-day suspension without pay after a grand jury decided not to indict her for the search. Now I'm going to play some clips from the video.
Why do you need to do a cavity search?
Tonight, shock and outrage over a dash cam video showing a Texas trooper pulling over two women wearing bikinis and then deciding to do a full body cavity search right on the side of the road. The two women were pulled over for speeding while driving back from the beach. When the male trooper came to the car window, he said he smelled marijuana and made the women get out of the car. But when the driver said she was still in a bathing suit and simply wanted to put on some clothes, he told her, "Don't worry about it." But that was just the beginning. He found a small amount of marijuana in the car and took that as an invitation to radio a female trooper to do a full body cavity search right on the side of the road. And even more shocking, the entire thing was caught on video. Take a look.
Don't worry about it. Come on. She got her zipper open on her pants. Or her big shorts, whatever they are.
Can you get something in there? We're gonna find it. You're gonna go up my private part.
Did you believe that? And the women say that the female trooper, get ready, didn't even change gloves between the searches. At first, the female trooper was fired. But after being criminally cleared by a grand jury, she was then suspended for 60 days without pay. The male trooper who first pulled the girls over and ordered this cavity search was fired and remains so, but the women are now suing, claiming they were humiliated by the people who were supposed to protect them. Our Lions then, of course, is fired up and ready to debate.
So, here we go again with police brutality and corruption and no respect for the human body, particularly the human female body, and even more particularly the human black female body. And what gets me is, where do we come a place where we've crossed the line? First of all, as their attorney stated, you're not allowed to do full body cavity searches at the jail. So what makes you think you're going to pull people over on a busy highway midday and do a full body cavity search? Then on top of that, even if you have reasonable cause, you do not do a cavity search. And here's the thing. It isn't like they were resisting arrest or telling you that you couldn't check their car for anything. You found marijuana, there you go, bada boom, bada bang. Ticket and goodbye, or go to jail and goodbye. Not, oh, we're going to pull over, I'm going to call this female back up, and I'm going to have her stick her hands up your vagina and your anus and everything else because we think you got more marijuana. All of this was illegal. And it was all caught on a dash cam, and this is exactly why I believe all police vehicles should have a camera on the dashboard, because you never know what these police are doing. And this is exactly why in the black community, in the Hispanic Latino community, in the people of color community in general, why police officers are looked at as vicious criminals, because most of the time they are the ones perpetrating the violence in the community. They are not seen as peacekeepers. Instead, they are seen as terrorizers and dictators and tyrants, because that's exactly what they are in most of the cases when dealing with people of color. And then one thing I have to bring up is if it was the man police officer who did the cavity search, it would have been sexual assault, sexism, etc. But because it was a white woman, they don't want to look at it as being sexist or sexism or sexual assault. And when you really sit down and think about it, it was sexual assault, because this was way past this was unnecessary force. This was police brutality. But because she's a white woman, we're not going to look at it as sexual assault. Here we go with the double standards right there. But anyways, more information for this video. I will leave a link to the actual video in the description box, as well as a link to the article in the description box. Or, to save time, just click on the link to the article in the description box and it will take you to the article in the video. This is police brutality. This is injustice, and justice must and will be served.